All right. So with the new system uh, supposedly launching within about the next mm, year and a half, probably about the end of 2017, it's finally time for Nintendo to ditch backwards compatibility. Now, I know a lot of you guys out there are like, no, we need backwards compatibility. I want to play all my old games. You can play all your old games on the Wii U. And to people saying, oh, I use backwards compatibility all the time on the Wii U, if you honestly use backwards compatibility all the time on your Wii U, that means you don't have nothing new to play. Nintendo, from a technological standpoint, needs to, at least for this upcoming generation, give up backwards compatibility. The architecture of the CPU would be holding the system back if they did yet another CPU designed around this PowerPC part that they've been using. And the good part is it looks like Nintendo doesn't have a choice but to ditch backwards compatibility, because it looks like IBM has either sold or is trying to get rid of their PowerPC CPUs. So Nintendo might not have a choice but to use a brand new CPU, and that's a good thing for everyone involved. Now, the Wii U, you can say the CPU was actually held back by the fact that Nintendo wanted to make sure that you could have backwards compatibility with the Wii, which makes sense because the Wii was their top selling system of all time. Of course, they're going to want to have backwards compatibility with such a successful system. But not so the case this coming generation. The Wii U, sales-wise, has been pretty much a failure. So Nintendo should not focus their efforts on making sure that their new system that they should be trying to distance themselves actually away from even the Wii name be backwards compatible with the Wii U. That's not a smart business decision. And it isn't good to hold your new system back just to be compatible with your worst selling home console of all time. That doesn't make any sense. Now, Nintendo has shown that they seem to be looking to go with an all-new architecture with this system. The thing that worries me, though, is that Wada was saying that while the technology, the architecture won't exactly be the same, that they wanted to absorb the Wii U tech in the new system. Honestly, I don't even think they should even bother, because the way that terminology sounds, that sounds like either they're just going to include the Wii U CPU or GPU on the chip as co-processors, similar to what Sony did with the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3, or they're just going to do again where it's just a heavily modified Wii U CPU. And I think both of those are wrong. One, on the one side with the heavily modified PowerPC processor, you're still going to alienate developers once again, because they're going to have to specifically code for your CPU. It's going to be harder to have the games come over. The last thing you want to do is give developers yet another excuse to not port their games to your system. Going with the other way, including the CPU and GPU both when there as co-processors, that's adding to the cost. And is adding to the cost of the system when you don't want the system to be priced that much. A lot of people saw the Wii U as expensive, and the last thing you want to do is have them think that this new system is also expensive as well. Nintendo needs to drop backwards compatibility for this system.